Hi, my loves. Welcome back to the Starscartel channel. If you don't know, I'm Star. And the message that I received it through the sky when I looked up and saw a falling star, okay? The scripture comes from Ecclesiastes 5 and 11. As goods increase, so do those who consume them. And what benefit are they to their owners except to feast their eyes on them? The sleep of a laborer is sweet, whether they eat a little or much. But as for the rich, their abundance permits them no sleep. I have seen a grievous evil under the sun, wealth hoarded to the harm of its owners, or wealth lost through some misfortune, so that when they had children, there is nothing left for them to inherit. Everyone comes naked from their mother's womb, and as everyone comes, so they depart. They depart. They take nothing from their toil that they can carry in their hands. There too, this too is a grievous evil. As everyone comes, so they depart. And what do they gain? Since they toil for the wind, all their days they eat in darkness with great frustration, affliction, and anger. Okay, so this is a message to somebody. So, God is saying you are a star in my eyes, no matter what. And God is saying, think wisely. Okay. What one thing that I realized about life, especially after my car accident, was that I worked way more than I actually enjoyed my life, especially when I was working for someone else. You know, I even realized that with my last job. It's like I spent more time doing something that made me miserable, that made me upset, that made me angry, something that I didn't really like doing, than I did doing things that I love. And God has blessed me with doing something that I love to do, that it doesn't make me feel like I am wasting my life. And I just feel like God is saying for someone, you are working yourself to such an extent that you don't have time for yourself, you don't have time for your family, you don't have time to live your life. And everything that you gain, you cannot take with you. Regardless if you are trying to build up a house, or if you're cars, I feel like this is not even a house type thing, because a house is something that you can leave to your children, which is another part of the scripture. I was going to get to that next. But God is saying that someone is working really hard to have frivolous things to make them feel wealthy or look wealthy, such as little trinkets like purses and shoes and stuff, clothes and stuff. And in reality, God is saying that you need to take the money that you are working so hard for and build something up. Because when you leave here, the only thing that you are going to leave that will still belong to you is basically your descendants, your children, your children's children. And God is just like saying, think about that. Think about the fact that all of these things that you're gathering together, you can't keep these things. You can't hold on to these things. In reality, these things that we have that add comfort to our life, or that make us happy, or for whatever other reason that we have these things, they don't mean as much as what are you going to leave your children. What memories have you made? Are you going to leave behind? What memories have you put forth effort to make? Um, it's no reason to. I feel like this is for someone where you work extra hard, like you surpass the bare minimum. And God is not saying to quit your job and end up with nothing, but God is saying that um, there's no need to be greedy. Like, you work and you get what you need. You work and you make enough to pay for a house, you have enough to buy food, you have enough to do things with your family. You don't have to work so hard that you buy things that you don't even use, or that you buy things that you don't even need, that you buy things that are just excessive stuff, just taking up space type thing. Like, I feel like God is saying somebody needs to get a hold of their pockets and get a hold of their I hear morals and standards and ethics. Like, you have to get a hold of what you value in life. Um, and I truly feel like for someone, God is pushing you to put more money into acquiring land, acquiring things for the next generation, acquiring things to, like, I hear build a legacy. Like, start your own business, start your own, like, just spend your time more wisely, because there is someone that is 555, as I say that, spend your time more wisely. There is someone that is kind of like, um, you're working yourself really hard and you're missing out on life. Like, you are spending double shifts every day. If you're doing double shifts every day, that's 16 hours out of your day that you're spending at work. Not to mention the 2 hours that take you to get to and from work, regardless if it's sitting in traffic or getting dressed for work or undressing when you get home, and the time that it takes you to wind down when you get home, the time it takes you to wake up. By that time, you have spent um, lunch breaks as well. Roughly 20 hours has went to work. The other 4 hours gotta be for sleep. So it's like you're not really getting no time to spend with your loved ones. You're not really enjoying your life. Your life is literally work. And if you love what you do, you know what I'm saying? More power to you. More power to you if you love what you do. If you're doing something that you truly enjoy, something that you're very passionate about, it could make it a lot easier, and it could make it to where it's not really so much of a job per se. But God is saying for somebody, you are working yourself real hard to get the stuff. Um, like, you gotta have stuff to show, or like, regardless if it's to have stuff to show off, or if it's to have stuff just to say you have it, or just to feel like you have something, or just to be happy about having that. God is saying you are missing out on life, chasing after money. And you're at a point now where you have money, but you don't have a life. Your life has disintegrated. I think that's how you say it. Like, it just flickered away because you have been working so hard. And it's not to take that away from you. You have worked very hard. You deserve everything that you have. You deserve everything that you have been able to get yourself. But God is saying, what good will it do if you don't get to enjoy your life? If you don't get to enjoy the people you love? If you have got so much money, you bought this big old house and you never really get to be there. You got all this money to get a car that only takes you to work and back home. Like, you got all this money, but you're not really enjoying life. And I get that, vacations exist, but typically 1 weekend out of the year or 2 weekends out of the year away versus spending the rest of your life basically at a job that, I feel like this is for somebody that hates their job, is not is it really worth it? And I'm not saying call in tomorrow and quit. I'm saying, like, build some kind of plan to get yourself to a place to where you are able to work, regardless if you're working and you're doing something that you just love to do, or if you are working for yourself doing something, or if you find a job that you enjoy. Like, when I was working for other people, the main kind of jobs that I truly enjoyed going to work, was when I worked at the nursing home, and also when I worked as a retail clerk. I loved being a store associate. I can honestly say I didn't really like being a manager. I don't like being over people. I didn't really like being a cashier because it caused me to have to constantly interact. However, being a store clerk, I love doing that because the only time I interacted with anybody is if they needed my help. And I love dressing people. I love dressing people. I love, let me see your shape, the shape of your face, and what kind of earrings you need, what kind of necklace would be good for you. I love that. I love the what when I worked at the boutique and I was helping women pick out which dress fit their shape. That was something that I love to do while simultaneously not taking up all of the stress and responsibility that comes with being the owner of the store. However, I love what I do now. I love what God has given me the opportunity to do. I love what I do as far as my business comes. Um, as far as it comes to my business. And I just feel like it is so relaxing to be able to do something and have control over it to a point to where I don't have to feel like the only thing I do is work. Yeah, I do things off camera. Yeah, like I do things off camera, but that's really just a part of me being me and a part of my life. You know, is helping people and giving and doing stuff like, you know what I'm saying, regardless if it's donating my time or my efforts or whatever. Um or money, okay? But it's just like I just feel like God is saying that for someone, He is watching you work very hard. You don't enjoy what you do, and you are only doing it for money, and you know that it makes you unhappy doing it. You know that you are not where you want to be in life right now. God is saying, stop what you're doing. When you get some time to yourself, you need to sit down and write out where you want your life to be. Where do you want to live? What do you want to have going on? You want to be single forever? Do you want to get married? Do you want to be engaged? Where do you want to be in a year? Start with a year. Start with a year. And if a year is scary to you, start with 3 months. And just do quarterly. But plan out everything for yourself. Plan out what you are going to spend your money on. What is your plan? If you want your own business, what kind of business do you want? What kind of products do you need or do you want to sell? Is it a physical product or is it something like you service? Figure that out. Once you figure that out, figure out how are you selling this online or is it in person? Where can you go to? Like, you need to sit down and figure it all out and take out this year to work where you're working. Don't work yourself too hard, okay? God said there's some things that you be saving up money to get that you don't even need. But you need to just get your money together. Start you a savings for your business. Once you have got to the point to where you know how much it's going to cost you to start your business, save the money you need for your business. And pray to God, because God works miracles. When I first started my business, y'all, I didn't have not one dime, not one red cent to buy nothing. And I just hit on the lottery. My birthday came up, the numbers popped up, and I had the little money that I needed to get my inventory. So, but that happened after I took days and days and days and weeks planning out everything. I figured out what products I wanted to sell. I figured out where I wanted to sell them. I figured out what I wanted my website to look like. I figured out what I wanted to name the products. I figured out what colors I wanted in my eyeshadow palettes. I figured out what kind of car I eventually wanted, which I did eventually get, what kind of vacations I wanted to go on. I've been on a few of them where, like, I figured out so many different things that I wanted from my life. And I'm not going to tell you that everything going to come true, because some things just, some things, it's not going to come through within a time, 5 years. you also have to be realistic with yourself. Don't come up with something like, oh, I want my business to make $1 million within the first month. That's not going to happen. Most businesses don't see a profit until after 5 years, and I'm a living witness to that. Okay, most businesses do not see a profit within the first 5 years unless you got so many people buying from you, or you know so many people, or whatever. You have to, like, you have to have so many people that are wanting to buy this item specifically from you that it's just going, okay? But whatever it is, pray to God first. Ask God to guide you in figuring out how to build this up, how to do this thing, how to create this business. And then you will be ready to make your next steps. You'll be ready to move forward. I don't know why I keep hearing God say that somebody may need coaching. Okay, if you need coaching, if you need life coaching, I am a life coach. I don't really broadcast it. I don't even have that on my website. I guess I will have to make a section for that. But if you need life coaching, you can email me about that and let me know what's up, and I will get on to creating a section for that. But if you need help in building your life how you want it to be, to where you are actually enjoying your life, I can help you with that. But you know, God can also help you. You know, you don't really need everybody's help, but you don't need my help. But if you want my help, I don't mind helping you. But in reality, it's something that just takes time. It takes time, it takes planning, and it takes putting forth effort. You have to wake up every day and say, I'm going to put forth effort to become a better version of myself. What can I do better? Even if you are just taking out 30 minutes to write down what products you want to have, you have put forth the effort to bring your dream to reality. Even if you have just taken out 30 minutes to email a few vendors, you have put forth 30. So you spent 30 minutes taking out time to take a step forward. As long as you are taking a step forward every day, you will eventually be where you want to be. Okay? That's the message. Thank you guys for watching. I did not mean for this message to be this long. Thank you guys for watching. Be sure to like, share, and subscribe. Deuces. I love you guys to bits and pieces. Thank you to everybody that donated for New Year's too, y'all. I love y'all so much. Okay? Deuces.